Here we go again, robot mowers, robot vacuums. We've tried them here. We haven't tried a robotic pool cleaner, and that's what we've got here today to try. Only one problem, I don't have a pool. I'm sure we can find a source of water somewhere though. Now I've got to say one thing about this brand. I don't have a pool. I have seen ads for this multiple times to the point where I became interested in the product just to see how it works. Oh, box in a box, my favorite. I've seen these in my feed quite a few times. So when they did email and ask if I wanted to try it and show it on the channel, I was kind of keen. We do have two products to try here today. This one is the Aiper Scuba S1 Pro cordless robotic pool cleaner. I'll show you the other product in a minute. Let's get this one out of the box. Dog not included. Maggie just wanted to say hello. So here it is. Somewhat aesthetically pleasing, I think. Maybe we'll get it on charge now. We've got a retrieval hook. There is a little charge port at the back. You got a light or something? Beeps. Beeps are good, I assume. Now the main thing they're excited about is it does horizontal water line cleaning, which I think means this thing just sucks to the side of the wall, goes up and scrubs along there. It's going to be kind of interesting to see how it does that. Now this thing apparently sucks hard, 100 GPM. That sounds like a lot. I don't know. I've got nothing to compare it to. I do, however, know that it has two-stage filtration, one for large debris and then one for fine particles. It's going to clean the floors, the walls, as well as the water line. We could talk about the specifications all day, but that's kind of boring. So let's put it to the side. Let's unbox the other one, then get them both in the water and see what actually happens. Our next friend today, is it going to be a box in a box? I feel like it's going to be a box in a box. It's a box in a box. Good thing we recycle these. Oh, that looks kind of cool. The Aiper Robotic Pool Skimmer Aiper Surfer S1. So this is solar powered, this one. And this surfs along the surface of your pool, picking up floating debris. You know what, if I had a pool, that's probably something I would be interested in. More instructions. So it has a charger. I thought it was solar powered. Okay. Does look cool. Genuinely, if I had a pool, these are the sort of gadgets I would be. I do like my gadgets, so if I had a pool, I would want to be playing with things like this. So it's got two little propellers at the back there. I assume it just drives it around the pool. Okay, so it's solar powered, comes with a charger though. Maybe that's just to, in case you have no sun. I guess it's good to have both options. So yeah, it gives you the option to charge it with a plug-in charger, but we have plenty of sun here. What way does it go? So that would be the back of it. What's that? Press. Oh, it slides open. There we go. All right, so I guess leaves and all that go in there, and then you empty it. All right, we've seen how pretty these things are. Let's go find a water source. Actually, one more thing I'll do before we find a water source is download the app. There are controls on the machine also, but I think the app would have a lot more features. Man, it is hot. It is pool weather. I guess that's add device, and they both came straight up, which is very good. Paired one, hook up to the Wi-Fi. The Surfer S1 as well. All right, that seemed too simple. Oh, it's got 99% battery, so this is ready to go. Let's go find some water. All right, so the weather's turned a bit, but we do have a pool. I didn't magically build one in my backyard, but we do have a pool to use. I've got to pull the other machine out that's tethered. We'll see if we can work this out with very minimal looking at the instructions. Now it says the device will lose connection underwater, so you can't obviously run it through the app while it's underwater. I'm going to select initially, we might as well try the waterline cleaning feature first. So that's just going to do the waterline. I don't know how. That's selected, so do I just drop it in now? Hopefully it'll just detect that it's in the water. There we go. So it's got those jets going, and it's starting to crawl up the side here. A little bit of scrubbing action. There you go, right on the waterline there. I didn't know what to expect, but straight away it got to work on the waterline, propelling itself slowly around the pool. The front brushes just scrubbed that waterline. If it got to an obstacle like a corner or the filter box, it kind of just like dropped down into the water and propelled itself around without really any issue, which was pretty impressive. So far, working as advertised. All right, so the water line seems to be working fine. I want to try it now on the floor and wall, which just one press of the button changes the mode. So I've selected that now. Let's drop it in, see what happens. There is quite a bit of silt on the bottom here, more so around the edges, but the floor is quite dirty too, so I might leave that for a bit now to do its thing and see how it goes. Again, I have nothing to compare it to, but I was surprised with the speed and effectiveness it was sucking up all of that silt on the bottom there. You can physically see it being sucked up. I did ask my neighbour, and he did say that it was quicker than his traditional pool cleaner, and that it was noticeably better at collecting all of that fine silt, which I assume is because of the ultra fine filter that the machine has on board. Now, I did start it with the physical buttons, but you can use the app to select any of the 4 cleaning modes. You can also monitor your cleaning history as well as plan routes based on past data. It's also got obstacle sensors that stop the robot from running into the walls, which you can see makes it much more efficient. While I was watching it work, I also put in the Aiper S1 Solar Pool Cleaner to start collecting any of the floating debris. It was ridiculously easy to get going. It was just press a button, away it goes. A fun little thing I did notice later in the app, you can use the surfer like a remote control. The kids will love that, being able to just control that thing around the pool. Or if there's some specific debris you just want to pick up. All right, let's see. Let's see how the surfer's going. Check the filter. Yeah, there's quite a few bugs and all that sort of stuff that were on the surface. I'll leave that doing its thing. All right, I can't watch this thing forever, so I'm going to leave it for a few days, come back and see how it's going. It's done a pretty good job of the floor so far. I don't know, it seems simple enough to use, but let's do a bit of a follow-up. All right, so we're a couple of days later and the pool is immaculate compared with how it was. The Scuba's had a couple of runs doing the floor, the wall, as well as the water line, and it's a world away from what it was a couple of days ago. We've got the surfer just surfing along, picking up any of the floating debris. I almost want to get in here. This is not a swimming channel though, so that won't be happening. But really good results. The neighbour's very happy with the performance of it. Like I said at the start of the video, I am no pool cleaning expert, but I know we had a dirty pool, we now have a clean pool. And it's all been done with no tethers, wirelessly, with a battery pool cleaner, which kind of blows my mind. And if you want to know any more about these, scroll down to the description. There's going to be plenty of info where you can buy them. Go check them out. Now, if you want more information, search for Aiper Pool Cleaner. I also have a link in the description with more info and special offers.